Siema, zapraszam do oglądania kolejnego odcinka na moim kanale. Mam nadzieję, że będzie Wam się podobać. I draft. Kontynuujemy.
Why didn't you get drafted? So that's funny to you?
You notice how all your questions about the result, never the work?
It was a simple question.
Why do you think I didn't get drafted? I mean, for real. You tell me.
I know you had 2 knee surgeries in college.
Nah, it's excuses.
I don't know, you stayed all 4 years?
I wanted to get my degree, try again.
You were captain of your team, conference player of the year, all team
All nice
defense.
awards, things I've earned, things I'm actually proud of. But the NBA scouts agenda, I don't care about all that. I mean, sure, you got leadership, character, defensive motor, all that helps, that's real. Think about those other things. Well, what position do I play?
Point guard.
Yeah, and with my size, my body frame, can I play anything else? And what about my leaping ability?
You can dunk.
Can I dunk like those good dunkers? The good dunkers you even see at the street games? And is it explosive? A word they love to use.
Okay, so you had some of it, but not all of it.
I mean, from my perspective, no, but from their perspective, yeah. And when a GM goes on record and says, you're his guy, and he says that to his team, his whole career and yours are inextricably linked. Okay, if I become a star, so do they. If I wash out, same. We've all agreed on this checklist, this protocol, right? If Duke doesn't check all the boxes, and some other guy does,
So they draft the other guy.
draft the other guy.
Because at least they can say he checked all the boxes.
Yeah. The fault goes back on the players, not them. Okay, that's why you gotta understand this mentality, son. You gotta make sure you check all the boxes for them. Okay, this draft cycle business, this is a chess match. Okay, if you're not ready for that, you are bound to fail. That's the setup.
No co ty, ja że wybieram top, bo to... Panie. Wybieg mogę. Niż.
Beautiful choice. We'll put this together and have it for you right away.
Thank you. Listen, Art. I haven't had a chance to bring it up.
And it's so good I already know.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. Harper and her team run a top sports agency for a reason. They contacted me as soon as they contacted you.
Not upset.
Why would I be?
Something me.
I want you to. Root out the specifics. Look, just because you sign with them doesn't mean we're a done deal. We can all work together.
Okay. I'm gonna take their plan first.
Hers or mine.
Both.
We beat to rap, what key beat to lock, but I'm cool like that. I'm cool like that. I'm cool like that. I'm cool like that. I'm cool like that.
I'm the associate agent, so when you sign with the agency, I'll be here to support Harper on the day-to-day.
I'm
Jeszcze trzeba robić.
Walking in.
It's fair, you have a lot going on. It's Layla.
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 Kurde.
Yeah.
To nieźle.
I'm Harper Dell. Thank you so much for coming down to hear our pitch.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here. Yeah, and thank you for taking the time out to meet me.
Absolutely. This is the moment. You have worked your entire life to get here, and we are here to support you in that journey to the next step where you start getting paid. I don't have to tell you, we have the deepest roster of NBA talent in the world and brand partnerships with every company you can name. Our goal is long-term. We want to create lifelong relationships that keep you living large now and comfortable in your retirement. In these notes already rests the shoe contract of your dreams. You ever thought about acting?
No, I never really considered it, but I'm into it if it makes sense. Yeah.
Multiple commercial offers and scripts for interesting indies that will help groom you for bigger projects once you get your feet wet.
All of that sounds really good to me. Yeah, but right now I just want to focus on the draft, solidify my position, find the team where my skills fit best.
Well, we have relationships with all the teams. We can gather intel to get you the private team workouts that you
But
want.
maybe not the exact team I want to play for.
Anything is possible. But it is still a draft where teams can and will do what they see fit for their organization.
Okay, so that's a no.
Chaos exists. We try and mitigate that for you, but it does exist. And I'm not going to lie to you just to get you to sign. I want us to start off in a place where we can be honest with each other. You know what? This is feeling way too formal.
Way too formal.
Hang on. That's better.
Much better.
So I grew up in the Salinas Valley. It's about 2 hours south of San Francisco. John Steinbeck from there. You know it?
No, not that area
That's okay.
specifically, no.
My parents died when I was young, so my grandmother raised us on her ranch. We grew broccoli, lettuce, cauliflower. It was not glamorous, but we worked and survived. And Layla?
Oh, I was raised right down the road from you in Union.
Oh, Jersey represent.
That's right.
Yeah.
My dad bailed on us when I was 3, and my mom did everything in her power to make it work. We know what it's like to want more. We willed ourselves to be where we are, just like you did.
There's a vision for you here. Jordan, LeBron, a bigger corporate vision. Companies love them because their messaging connects to the public across all demographics. And that's how we want to position your endorsements going forward. Universal appeal.
Okay. But it feels like there's a catch coming.
No, there's no catch. There's a little reality. Archie. He's a good guy, and we know that he brought you here, which is why we want to provide him with a generous finder's fee as a parachute.
But for us, we need you free and clear of all old attachments. Your future depends on an uncluttered vision. All new NBA players have to go through these difficult transitions.
So it's you guys or him.
From our perspective, it's just the way it has to be.
You should hear what he has to say. Maybe he really is the right fit for you, and for you. But for us, it's one or the other.
I don't like it. Not one bit. But fine. I'm not afraid of a little competition. But her pitch on the corporate take is a flat idea. You have personality and you have an opinion. Your boy Hendricks Cobb, Harden, Embiid, they're doing just fine being who they are. That's how we seal your endorsements. Big and bold.
But doesn't that idea risk losing endorsements if I'm seen as controversial?
Yes, it will. But you'll gain others. Others that share your vision and your story. Former football player. Newark. Your dad. You're the underdog. That stuff is powerful, so
Alright, so you
use
got a
it.
shoe contract available for me now?
No, I don't. But I will. It's trust, Junior.
She says she got a movie deal available for me
Deals?
now.
Or ideas where deals may be?
I don't know.
It seems to me like you should. These big agencies, man, they pack a punch nowadays. She may have a little bit more firepower than me right now. But I know who you are. I know where you come from. And I know what you want. As if it were my own story. Fine, if you want to walk away from all of that, so be it. It's either her or me. You choose.
O kurde. Teraz wybuch, tak? A nie ukrywam, że Jordan, Nike mnie przekonują bardziej niż deszcz typu czy Puma, nie? W początku coś robi, nie? No to
Listen,
trzymam się od ciebie, ziemek.
things haven't always been smooth between us, but I know you. Getting better.
I could take it.
And the fact that you're from here means something. I know I'm making the right choice.
Thank you, Junior. I won't let you down.
I know you won't, man. Yeah.
Yes, sir. You're projected in the lottery. Now, I know you might think you're rock solid, but you can still step out of line.
Okay, how so?
Bad press, or anything off court that won't sit right with the GM. You know, you could tumble, blow your personal workout.
Tumble.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's real simple, man. Just be smart. The next step in this process is the same, whether you're lottery or not. It's the league personality evaluation test. They put you in a room with an interviewer who asks you a bunch of probing questions about yourself.
Okay, so I'll just be honest. You know, let them know who I am.
But, you know, be aware of what they want to hear. Integrity, character, leadership. You keep that in the back of your mind when you're answering questions and you'll do just fine.
What's his name?
Old boy.
Siema.
An interrogation. We're here to have a discussion, point of which is to get to know you better as a person. There are no right or wrong answers. All we want is for you to be as open and honest as possible.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, let's get started. What would one of your family members tell us about you?
Przewodów.
That's a good question. I think they tell you that even as a kid, I always wanted to be the best. I loved to compete. Didn't matter if it was tic-tac-toe or dodgeball or whatever. I wanted to win. I needed to.
And that's the first thing they'd say?
Oh yeah, and I used to take losing. I used to take losing really hard. I'd throw a fit if I didn't win. My family still teases me about it.
Great, let's move on. I'm curious. How do you deal with teammates you don't like?
That doesn't really happen a lot, to be honest with you. Yeah. But if it does, I just try to work out whatever differences I might have with that teammate immediately. I don't like to let things build up, you know?
What if you can't work out your differences?
Then I keep trying. Yeah, I don't really like to think there's a situation where I couldn't see eye to eye with the teammate if I tried to understand where they're coming from. everybody wants to win ultimately.
Are you the best player in this draft class?
Yes, I believe that's the mentality I have to play with.
Explain a little more.
Listen, I'm in the conversation, and I know that. But who's the best can be subjective, like MJ versus LeBron. Let's say I'm the best in the class now. It's irrelevant to me. And I want to be the best 5, 10 years from now. And that's what drives me.
One last question and then I'll let you go, Junior.
Mhm.
I'm wondering, what's your primary motivation for joining the league?
Hooping. That's all I care about.
Can you expand on that a little?
Sure, I mean, money's cool, money's nice. I won't turn it down. But, yeah, all that extra stuff is just icing on the cake.
All right. That'll wrap it up.
Wait, that's it?
That's it. Thank you very much for your time, Junior. It's been a pleasure.
Elo.
Thanks.
Nara.
It was nice to meet you. Nice talking with you.
Best of luck in the draft.
Thank you.
That's not a good or a bad thing. Teams check out the data. Someone like you more, someone like you less. The sun won't matter. The deal is fluid. I'll take 2 of those.
Yeah, but the results can change where I currently sit in the draft. I'm not.
You have to. You could stay exactly where you are right now.
So I just gotta sit here and wait.
Not here. There are a few days left before the next steps are taken. I figure you might enjoy your bet a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm glad you think this is so funny, man.
This is a marathon, son. Breathe. Or else you'll burn yourself out before we even get started. Okay?
Lecimy dalej.
So next is media day. All the lottery picks get national attention, so everybody's got to cover it.
I was rewatching Science Presser before he was drafted. Seemed pretty easy breezy. No tough questions.
Look out for those sideways questions.
Follow me, please.
Right.
For Junior today, so let's fire away. Alex, you have the first question.
What's been the most interesting part of the draft process?
Just the whole atmosphere, really. Yeah. It's a whole bunch of excitement here. And everybody's really happy to be starting a career, so that type of energy has just become really infectious.
Obviously, you're a big-time talent. Anyone would be lucky to draft you. But where do you want to end up? Any preference?
Well, I'm going into this thing with an open mind. I've got some thoughts going in, but perception, what the media tells you, that ain't always the truth. So I'm looking to meet with some people, have an open dialogue, and we'll see what they're all about.
No preference at all, then.
I'm just looking forward to meet with teams and learning about what they're all about.
Okay. Is there any doubt in your mind that you're the best player in this draft?
I mean, I'm right there, if I'm not the top guy. So there's a lot of really good players in this draft. It's hard to say who is the top guy, but I know I'm in the conversation. Okay, who's next?
That's all the time we have. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, next we go into a private workout. I'm gonna have a list of all the teams that are interested there. You just say which ones, I'll make it happen.
Okej. kurde.
Done and done. Now, an old friend of mine, Damian Lillard's gonna
Wait,
be.
hold on. You're friends with Dame Lillard?
That's so hard to believe.
Yo, what up, Dame?
Junior, what's going on, man?
And not much, man. I appreciate you.
Chciałem wybrać Miami, Chicago i jeszcze z 2 inne zespoły. A jeden tylko wybrał.
Hey, good to see you.
Hey, what you working on?
Co się będzie działo teraz?
I don't know, man. Maybe what's up, man? All right, let's do it. All right. Yeah, man, we talked about it and like sore. Yeah.
Just touchdown. Yeah. Coming for the bag and
I co tu się będzie działo?
Thank you.
Tonight marks the realization of a dream for the. With the second pick in the NBA draft, the Miami Heat select Junior from UCLA.
Yeah, Arch. Thanks, man.
Junior.
Thanks, man.
Earned this boy.
Yeah, man. Yeah. All right, thank you. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Miami Heat nie wziął. O kurde. Było mi się dalej, tak szczerze mówiąc. Ale dobra. Miami nie wziął.
Wow. You know how many people live on this planet?
Welcome to the NBA season. Radio. W Miami Heat. Fajnie, że jesteś, no fajnie. Jakiś progres.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1.
Improving so much since his rookie season. I can't wait to see the next step LeVert makes in his career.
The magician
Pierwsza akcja. Pierwsza asysta w lidze.
So far, both teams scorching the Nets. You gotta love it.
And we spoke with Jimmy Butler not too long ago about his.
These guys work so hard and they're young.
for the Heat. Bielitsa
Dobra,
is checked
wbijamy
in for a
w
Chua.
drugiej
Jimmy
kwarcie.
Butler comes in for Duncan, one of the greatest centers in league history, as you well know, but also one of our great personalities on TV covering the NBA on 2K.
Well, never ceasing to amaze is one thing, but the other part, Kevin, is
Boom! Druga asysta wieczoru.
and how about Adebayo just getting up and getting that
Points to end the quarter from beyond the arc. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets.
Połówka. No tak, Kimurwyk, co plus 2 asysty, dostał plus minus plus 14. No, tak było. No, tak było.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different. Some changes here for the Heat. Cobby's checked in for Bielitsa. The Magician comes in for Tyler Hero. Dragic with it, now defended by McDermott. They get the rebound. Pass to the Magician. Back to Dragic. Good work there as it goes.
Gotta respect the mid-range play of Goran Dragic.
And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. It's beautiful basketball.
Particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge here and played with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brett Berry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2. A great evening. What a wonderful view of the lights of Miami here on a gorgeous night in South Florida. It's the NBA. DH.
Hey, Kevin, if you'll allow a DC kid to be a little parochial right now.
Great stuff as always, DA. Thanks. Now look at Memphis's starting group. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Then there's John Morant. Then there's Dylan. We've seen some head coaching changes, Greg. We're early in the season.
Years of his career, and he's hungry for titles.
The drive by Brooks. Ball's knocked loose. Butler with the steal. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Wow, Butler letting it all hang on. All-star caliber play.
1:51 left to play in the first quarter. Allen finds Jackson. Morant outside. And the three off target. Butler.
That's just a veteran move from Butler. Outstanding fake to get his defender in the air. Nice work.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the lines. Going with the whole new group on the floor.
Kolejne wejście w połowie.
Count that one. Melton's got the lead up to 3 now for the Grizzlies.
I mean, he's out there on an island all by himself. I mean, good job to stay cool and tranquil.
The Magician passes to Nunn, and the layup's good off the glass.
And they keep hammering away at him inside.
Morant, that's for 2, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the... And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far.
I zażyjmy. Ty za plus 3 razy odpowiednia wspólna z burta. Ty za plus 3 razy odpowiednia wspólna z burta.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort... With some changes.
Dobra,
Kobe's
wbijamy
checked
się
in for Bam
pod koniec
Adebayo.
trzeciej
The
kwarty.
magician comes.
Teams are almost identical. And one of the biggest surprises last year for
Styl,
Memphis,
pierwszy z tym twarzy.
Brandon Clark. Brought not only the energy, the rebounds, the block shots, he brought the three-point shooting. And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with
a change here. Morant's checked in. And Butler sends it back.
He can't throw a shot from Butler. His shot blocking ability.
Nice.
And a look at the #1 overall pick in the draft, Hendrix Cobb, an incredible athlete who has the potential to be a game. Last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Hendrix Cobb making highlights for the... And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball. And how
earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball. And how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
But in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on. But let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
And that about wraps it up for Chris Webber, Greg Anthony.
It's our 7th season finale, and that means
Mecz numer 3, na razie jesteśmy 2-0
That's a look at our setting tonight. The picturesque city of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The NBA.
Well, the ceremony.
Thank you, DA. So the opening lineup for the Heat, they've got Victor Oladipo. Jimmy Butler is out there. They've got Victor Oladipo. Jimmy Butler is out there with Nemanja Bjelica. Then it's Dwayne Dedman, and it's Hero in at the 2 spot. And for the Bucks, Middleton and Yacht.
My oczywiście siedzieliśmy w początek się przesiedliśmy. Wybieramy w połowie pierwszej kwarty.
Now here's Achua. T covering. Hey guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far from Milwaukee?
They've definitely had a hot hand from...
Wracamy z powrotem.
He's got 9 points in the quarter.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And no doubt, they'd love to see him get a lot.
With deep range and a wide arsenal of moves, Holiday keeps defenders off balance.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter.
Słabiutka pierwsza połowa na kilometrze, taki minus minimum, a ogólnie chyba to minus 20 z mojolki, 20 z mojolki.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things... For Milwaukee, Bobby Portis comes in for Brook Lopez. We enter the fourth. Who will carry the day? Bucks lead by 4. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here on the fourth quarter. All fueled up and ready.
Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
Mamy mecz numer 4 w sezonie. Na meczu.
Well, Kevin,
David Aldridge, thank you. So the opening lineup for the Heat. Hero out there with Oladipo. Then there's Jimmy, and it's Bjelica in at the power forward. Greg 7 years for
I
you.
wychodzimy na boisko w drugiej minucie. A raczej na 2 minuty przed końcem pierwszej kwarty. Czyli dostajemy trochę ponad. Trochę poniżej połowy kwarty.
A few guys though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another.
And recently, D'Angelo Russell, Greg, told us about some awesome.
Man, I picked a lot of people's brains, going into the summer.
Greg doing.
Druga kwarta się rozpoczyna po pierwszej wygrywaliśmy 3 punktami, wchodzimy na 2 minuty przed końcem, wygrywamy
Really encouraging to see D'Angelo Russell make these passes. If you're going to be effective as a point guard, you've got to run the pick and roll game.
Oladipo against Russell. And the dunk by Bielitsa.
I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. Beasley's got it back down to single digits for Minnesota.
Well, the more repetition he gets, the
Victor Oladipo getting it done for Miami.
Halftime. Same zera, jeden faul i 0. Pięknie. Jeden faul i 0. Pięknie.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. With some changes. Cobbie's checked in for Bielitsa. The magician comes in. Passes it to Noel. Here's Reed, defended by Butler. Pass to Noel. 13 feet away. It's hauled in by the Heat. 26 seconds left here in the third quarter. And so it's Miami. Their lead at 15 going into the break. What a night they've had in terms of their... And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean,
terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a...
He's checked in for Minnesota. Ricky Rubio comes in for Malik Beasley.
What you want to do, take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying... The brilliant blue water of Miami Beach, glistening from above on a beautiful day here in South Florida. And is
well, Kevin, and
thanks, David. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Trae Young is out there with Bogdanovich. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Trae Young is out there with Bogdanovich, and it's Capella in at the 5 spot. And for Miami. And Steve.
2:38 do końca.
To the inside, the magician, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
I love how Jimmy Butler let the play develop. How he's learned to trust his vision.
And the Heat with some changes. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Bielitsa. Robinson comes in for Butler. And it's Trae Young. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. You know, Greg, going back to Jimmy Butler, it felt like each series he had a few...
Wbijam się kolejny raz na 2:33 do końca drugiej kwarty tym razem.
Gallinari inside the 3-point line. The shot comes out.
Very dangerous to lead a guy like...
And so that brings the first half to a close. Miami ahead, up 11.
Przewaga 11 punktów, ja mam 3 punkty. Ogólnie na plus 4 na boisku. Next ubek. Na plus 4 na boisku. Next ubek.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big...
trzecia kwarta i wbijamy 1.34 do końca. 1.34
And it's Kendrick Nunn in for Oladipo. The Heat leading by 7. They've got a Chua. Cobb is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's the Magician, and it's Nunn in at the guard position. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Goes back up. Nunn grabs the board.
And another miss. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. And Cobb gets it to go.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing.
It's hauled in by the Heat. There's 31 seconds left in the third quarter. Right on the bucket. Butler's got 15 points.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense.
Sometimes even the 5.
And so Butler nails both of them.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
He's all alone. Here's the Magician. And the layup is good. 5 points in the game.
And they're getting points.
It's the Heat as they wrap up the third quarter on a 20-7 run. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. And last season for Capella wasn't that easy. Had his year cut short to injury, never got the chance to suit up with his new team. And
I wracamy do boisku na 30 sekund przed końcem.
And it's Droga with the ball for the Heat. And Miami can just let the clock run down here. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over.
Taking due when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home, no doubt helped, and the execution was flawless.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching. At the home for the Atlanta Hawks. Looking sharp and focused for the task at hand. What a gorgeous nighttime view from high above the city of Atlanta. Now it's in.
Hey, Kevin.
Thanks, DA. So here's Miami's starting group. Oladipo is out there with Hero. Then it's Nemanja. Thanks, DA. So here's Miami's starting group. Oladipo is out there with Hero. Then it's Nemanja Bjelica. Then there's Achua. And it's Butler in at this. I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the... He's outside. Pass to Achua. From deep. And the Heat, another three.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And so it's the Miami Heat, 13 points up at the end of the period. They've been playing some ferocious defense.
I think the biggest thing is just the relentlessness.
You know, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu, and it's Johnny leading by 10. Nunn passes to Butler. Here's the Magician, Dunn covering. Back to Butler, 5 on the clock, with the fadeaway, and it's in there. Butler's got 12 in the... Here's Dunn, and that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Miami Heat, enjoying a 12...
No po pierwszej półmierze mamy tak minus 3 na boisku i 1 asysta na pewien skok. Super hiperśredni.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here. He's checked in for the Hawks. Dunn comes in for DeAndre Hunter. Then for the Heat, Robinson's checked in for Bjelica. The Magician comes. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
and he sliced the D wide open with his speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting. He's at the free throw line, pretty much automatic.
The Heat with the lead, and those 4 straight titles in Illinois record made it 7 total in Simeon's history.
That's unbelievable stuff, and that's probably why there's a great reason why Kendrick Nunn's jersey hangs there in the rafters.
They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really
w tym meczu praktycznie nikt nie odcinka. Mam nadzieję,
feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation.
lub w kolejnym odcinku. Cześć, cześć.